What's up, guys? So today we're doing an XY booster box and card market update video. Some of this data is coming from TCG Player, some of it's coming from eBay, just because there isn't a bunch of sales data on TCG Player. To get right into this base set, one of the sets that doesn't show up much on TCG Player, the lowest listed on eBay right now is 2,000 Canadian with shipping. So again, you guys are gonna have to do the conversions if you're in a different country. Next up, Flashfire, one of the other sets not found on TCG Player right now. Lowest listed is about 4,500 Canadian on eBay. Following that, we have Furious Fist. This one does have some sales data. Most recent sale, May 17th for $1,000. Before that, March 4th at $1,300. So it is seemingly losing some value, but it's also all over the place. Not a ton of sales. If you do check eBay though, the lowest listed box is around $1,000, so I figured that was a fairly accurate sale. Next up, we have Phantom Forces, which doesn't show up on TCG Player often, but on eBay, lowest listed is about $3,000 Canadian for a sealed booster box. Then we have Primal Clash, sitting around $550. We do have some sales data on this. May 12th, $550, and then May 17th, exactly $550. This one did move up from around 480 to about 625 at its high over the past year. It has come down since then, but definitely up on the year. Following that, we have Roaring Skies. Did pretty much the exact same thing. Started their year around $500, or excuse me, a year ago it started around $500 back in early June last year. Went up to about 625. Now it's sitting around 600, 610. Recent sales data from this month, May 5th, 610. May 7th, $600, and then May 20th, $615 for Roaring Skies booster box. Following that, we have XY Ancient Origins. This one seems to slowly be moving down over the past year or so from around 1,000, 1,100 at its peak almost. Most recent sales data was actually from today. There was a sale for $947 on eBay. Before that, we had two sales in April for $977 a piece. Next up, we have XY Breakthrough. This one did make a move as well from around 580 up to almost $700 at its peak. Most recent sales data, May 3rd, $615. Then we have Breakpoint, not really any data on TCG Player. If you go to eBay, the lowest listed booster box is 850 Canadian plus shipping and tax. Then we have Fates Collide. This one has moved from around 400 up to almost 500, and recent sales data from this month, 489.94 and 494.95. So basically 490, 495 in that range, almost a $500 booster box. Then we have Steam Siege, which will hopefully load on TCG Player. And the data on this, as we pull up the 1 year chart, did move up from around 300 to almost, actually, did it hit 400? No. Yeah, it did. At its peak, it was $400. Came back down to around 350, 360. Most recent sale was actually in April for $373 essentially. And then finally, XY Evolutions. This one has made a move from around below $800 at the start of the year up to, $820. But recent sales would suggest it's a bit higher than that. So May 17th, two sales at $826 and $836. And then a couple days later, May 19th at $850 essentially for an XY Evolutions booster box. Now, before we look at the cards, guys, I just wanted to jump in here and say 68.1% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed. If you're finding value in this content, if you're enjoying watching it, it's a free and easy way to support the channel by subscribing, so thank you a lot if you choose to do that. Now we'll move into the cards. We have base set booster box. Nothing super crazy in base set. You have the Blastoise EX, you have Venusaur EX, and a couple other cards, but nothing crazy. Blastoise is the only card over $50. Then we have Flashfire, obviously. You have the Mega Charizard EX up top, almost $400. I do think I did pull this one up because it has been making a move over the past year from around $275, $280 up to almost $400. No super recent sales data. That kind of makes sense. You see a lot of damaged ones selling, but a mint copy is definitely worth a pretty penny there. Then we have Furious Fist. Again, nothing crazy. You have Lucario EX over $50. Mega Lucario EX. You have a Dragonite EX. Nothing super crazy here either. Then you have Phantom Forces. You have the Dialga EX over $200, Gengar EX at 167 essentially. I do think I pulled up both of these cards. So the Dialga has been making a move over the past year from about 170 up over $200. So what is that, like almost a 20% move? Most recent sale, Near Mint Holofoil sold for $199.99. That was May 17th. Next up, we have the Gengar from that set as well. I did pull this up just because over the past year it's moved from $90 up to around 160, 170 in that range. And there was a sale today for 165, so pretty close to doubling your money on this card over the past year. Then we have XY Primal Clash. Top card in the set is the Groudon EX, the Primal Groudon EX, $68. The Primal Kyogre EX at 48, and then Kyogre EX, little less than $41. Pretty cool set. Some of these artworks I like more than others. Like this type of mega where they just blast the letters or whatever these are, kanji. Are these kanji? Like someone let me know in the comments down below, or if that's just like a Pokemon's special things. I actually don't know what this is supposed to be. Just shows you I'm not a fan of Pokemon, but I don't really like the cards like that. But some of the other ones I prefer more. Like this Rayquaza, you can actually see the Pokemon in it. This is Roaring Skies now. Again, this card's over $100, and I do think I pulled this up because it has been making a move. It's obviously it started last year around, or 12 months ago, around $60. It's seen a fairly large spike over the past couple months, up from around 75 over 100, so 33% move or so. I think some of these megas are starting to move. Obviously, megas, there was announced return of those to the TCG, and I think some people are looking back at some of these older XY cards as an investment vehicle for those. But again, yesterday, two sales for $249.99. So if someone knows what's going on there, feel free to let me know. I think it's the same thing with the next setup, Ancient Origins. Again, you have the Mega Rayquaza EX, $163. I did pull this one up as well, just because over the past few months it has seen a move. It was down to 135-ish, and now it's up to over 160. So another 20%-ish move on that. But again, one sale at almost $250. So I don't know if that's a graded card or something like that. But yeah, if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. And following that, we have Breakthrough. Nothing crazy. You have the Mewtwo EX. A lot of Mewtwo's in this set. Again, nothing over $50. Then you have the Breakpoint Gyarados EX. Only card over $50. You have Skyla around 42. You have the Mega Gyarados EX. See, I like this card because you can actually see a fair amount of Gyarados, but I do just prefer like a full art card like this, or some of the SRs coming out are definitely much preferred, at least in my opinion. So when they redo these megas, I don't know, maybe that's subjective, right? Like maybe people like seeing the letters or kanji, whatever it is. Please let me know in the comments down below because I'm kind of confused. But yeah, I just don't like it plastered on the cards. That's just my subjective opinion, which is kind of irrelevant in this video. But Fates Collide up next. Alakazam EX, $44. Umbreon EX, little less than 40. Then you have a fair amount of Umbreon and Alakazam cards rounding out the top 10 or so in the set. Then you have, if it will load, this should be the Alakazam EX. Okay, I did bring this one up. This one, I brought this up because I kind of thought it was funny. It hasn't made a huge move. It's around $35 12 months or 3 months ago rather, and now it's up to about $45. I just thought it was funny because I saw someone post this card on the Pokemon Investing Reddit trying to pump it, and I guess maybe it is working. Who knows? Maybe like a 20% move there. But again, nothing super crazy with this card, but definitely is cool. You have Lugia in the background and Umbreon. And then we should have Steam Siege here. Gardevoir EX, top card in the set, $31.73, not even $40 or $50. And then, yeah, just some other random cards that aren't super interesting. And then finally, Evolutions. You have the Holo Rare Charizard, $47. You have the Mega Charizard EX around $45. Another Mega Charizard EX at around $26. Blastoise and Venusaur around that $20 mark as well. And that's some of the top cards in the set. So yeah, some of these booster boxes are moving, like Evolutions, and then like some of these other ones back here, like Roaring Skies, and before that, Primal Clash. Some of them aren't doing as hot. Some of them you have to go to eBay for data, but that is going to be the video for this month, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions or comments. Like again, like sorry for me just being so unaware of some of these megas and why there's just like random. Like again, I don't know if this is kanji. I don't know what it is. I'm sure some of you guys know. To me, it looks like it's kanji, but whatever. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.